Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And today we are officially kicking off live with AWS Community Builder. It's a series that all of want to start it and took some time, but yeah, we are finally starting. So today we have a special guest, Dheeraj Chaudhary. Uh, we'll learn more about him, his journey, and his experience and all that. So let's welcome him. Hi Dheeraj,
Hi,
welcome to our
Sandip.
show. So,
Thank you.
and it's a great honor to have you here. I mean, we met, I think, in Bangkok last time in AWS event. From then onwards, I always thought, okay, let's have a session with Dheeraj. I must have. And finally, you're kicking off. That's like great achievement from me, to be honest. Okay, so now I think our audience will be much interested to know about like what work you like more about yourself, like what's your background, where you work, like if you can like let our audience know.
Yes, definitely. Right now I'm working in EPAM systems as a lead software engineer, and I'm having 10 years of experience. And right now I am working mostly in the AWS and DevOps domain as part of my current job.
Great. And I think our people ask that what kind of skills required to become like to come into the DevOps or cloud and these fields. So what are the skills that you have learned throughout your journey that like helped you achieve success and like join these great companies?
To get inside the cloud domain, there is always a confusion that whether for which cloud you have to go, for AWS, for Google, or for Azure. So honestly speaking, when I started my journey, I understood AWS along with that Oracle Cloud, then Azure. Didn't move to Oracle Google yet,
Yeah.
but uh, during the journey, gradually I understood that you cannot learn all the cloud.
Yeah.
At least first you should master in one specific cloud. Then you can have knowledge for different clouds, for example, Azure or Google, if it is part of your offering of the company where you have to work on a multi-cloud domain, because every cloud is so vast with so big services catalogs where you won't understand. Suppose if today I am feeling that I am a good AWS developer or I am a good AWS solution architect, but in the next moment in a new project of AWS, I would understand that, oh, these are the new services I don't know. So it's like I start as a beginner. So I guess I understood gradually that at least I should spend 4 to 5 years in AWS cloud itself. And along with that cloud, I started working on different DevOps tools also. So right now in cloud, whenever you're working on a project, so there are basic requirement nowadays is infrastructure as code. So I have hands-on experience in CloudFormation as well as Terraform too.
Okay.
So that is one DevOps tool that came into picture. Then nowadays, each and every code is on GitHub or on Git. So you have to know a version control system. So it can be anything. It can be Atlassian. It can be this GitHub. But I have worked most probably on GitHub and GitHub Enterprises. And now, when you work upon that, then you have to understand the GitHub workflows, then the
Yes.
CI/CD pipeline, then that integration with Jenkins.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it is not integrated with Jenkins, then GitHub has inbuilt integration with CI/CD pipeline of AWS. So the list never
Yeah.
ends.
Never
So
ends.
as part of DevOps journey, every day it's a new learning, every new project. So right now, the company in which I'm working, it's not a product based company. It is kind of service based where I can work on multiple projects. So today I am working on AWS and Terraform. Tomorrow I might work on CloudFormation, or next I would work on Pulumi, that is the new infrastructure as code.
Yes.
So DevOps journey is always a gradual journey where you have to learn new tools. So till now I have encountered these tools and I have worked upon it, had a hands-on experience, and still the journey continues to learn new things.
Yeah. And see, it says Nanduri Harshani. If I'm sorry if I'm spelling it wrong. So Nanduri is here. He is also from EPAM. So see, you have a lot of friends here also. Okay.
Okay.
It's actually saying hello Sandip Dheeraj. Is Guru. Hi Guru. See, Guru never miss my sessions. I really love, he's always interactive, and of course we'll start getting different messages on LinkedIn as well, and as we go, we'll definitely cover all that. So there's always already a lot of questions coming. We'll gradually cover all those, but let's first start like how exactly you started your cloud journey. I mean, okay, you learn your cloud skills and all. Like, what triggered you? Okay, let's start learning about cloud. What triggered you?
So I would say that the urge of learning new things, because when you are in your comfort zone. So for example, earlier I was working as a BMC developer before I got into the field of AWS cloud. So if you are comfortable with the job that you are working upon and you don't want to learn something new, you just have to be in this same zone where you will just go work, code the same way and come back. So there is no thrill inside it. But when you go to LinkedIn, honestly speaking, there are so good information which is shared on LinkedIn post from very good people who are sharing their knowledge. And apart from that, if you go to community networks, community Slack channels, then you understand that where you stand. So that is how my journey started, where I understood that the next turn of our technology would be into cloud. Then I started learning cloud 4 to 5 years before, and I started my journey in cloud technology and cloud computing.
Great. It's good to know that. And what are the challenge you face while learning? Because I know you already, I mean, you are also very interact with the community. You know what are the issue they're facing. So what are the issue you face while learning cloud? I mean,
So, actually, honestly speaking, as I was working on a different domain 4 to 5 years before on BMC Cloud, BMC developer, it is ITSM product. So, when I was trying to learn new technology, I went to few of my seniors, few of my friends. I told them that I am trying to learn new technology. Is it okay? I should learn it, because if I learn, maybe I might have a gradual transition towards cloud technologies and the work I would be doing in cloud. So honestly speaking, as those people has never tried, so they always said me that it won't work. It's a risk after working for 5 to 6 years if you want to try something new. But I was somewhere feeling that I should try it. So I was working also. I started learning also. Then I got opportunity in the same company where I was working. I started with Azure Cloud over there. So there was one migration of our product which was migrated to Azure Cloud. So that from there the journey started for cloud. So I thought it is right time to study, because once you learn one cloud, then the service names are different. But yes, uh,
I understand.
the way of implementation is specific for each and every cloud. So, for example, if I take AWS, if you are on the development side, you would be very comfortable with CLI, that is AWS
Yeah.
CLI or AWS Python Moto 3. But if you change the cloud, it would change, the coding style change, the level of understanding changes. That is the reason I stuck to one cloud only, because I became comfortable again over here at the current
Yes.
moment.
That's the big challenge. I mean, once you become comfortable with one cloud, it's very hard to move other cloud. But yeah,
Yes.
if what I suggest to people that make a mental model, like map the services of different cloud service providers. Once you do that, it will become so easy to understand and how they function. Of course, there are different paradigm naming changes and all, but behind the scenes, structure wise, they work exactly same way. So that is one very good challenge is there. And of course the one you tell that people discourage even like they, if someone don't know about the subject, it's very easier to guess, they will discourage. But you cannot be discouraged and you have to start going on. So you have the future, you have the opportunity like you got. That's a very good message also to all the viewers. I think that's very important
And
now.
honestly speaking, when I was in this gradual transition, I'm happy to say that I was actually your post, your when you were going live talking about DevOps journey, how like you made things so easy while you were presenting, because a new person who wants to learn DevOps, uh, honestly speaking, if somebody suppose if I'm fresher, I go to someone, I say that I want to learn DevOps, then that person would say you have to learn Linux first, then shell scripting, then you have to learn Jenkins, then this and that. But nobody shows the gradual journey that you showcased, and also you published good videos which is in simplified format, where not showcasing that yes I know everything. It is showcasing that what I am trying to deliver, so that the community can learn from it. So I have learned. I was actually following your channel also and your post also.
Thank you.
So,
I think what I found the problem is that people focusing on the subject itself, but people are not focusing on the application of the subject. Like, okay,
Right.
this is Jenkins, this is what, and you know the basics. But how in the real life you work Jenkins with Ansible, you Jenkins with Terraform, or you need with Terraform with AWS, you even run the automated solution in different regions. That flexibilities people don't show. That I wanted to bring. That is move to closer to life kind of thing. There are lots of courses on like Udemy, YouTube, and all, but less courses on real life application. That I wanted to grab on. And I saw your topics also, videos also. I mean, your channel. I think I forgot to add in the description. I will definitely add it because it's very great source of information with AWS and other tools that you're showing. So we will come to that, but okay, I think one of the most important and people still asking me, how did you become AWS Community Builder? Still they're asking me.
So that is the best part, I would say, you guys. So now I spoke about my gradual journey towards cloud, watching, uh, having virtual mentors like you, or virtual mentors like others who are delivering contents, which helps people to understand. But then, while doing that, in the LinkedIn post, I saw that there is a AWS Builder program. So that is the, you would say, the turning point for me for getting into all these things and understanding. So when I applied for the program, so the program clearly says that you should have been contributing to something. It can be in terms of logging, it can be in terms of video sharing, it can be in terms of sessions that you're giving, a tech talk, or in many ways, if you are going to college, giving seminars. So they count each and every contribution of yours. So they don't differentiate that, yes, blogging would be on the higher side, it would be prioritized. It's not like that. So AWS Community Builder program treats everything equal, but yes, to apply for the program, you should have contributed to the open source community where you're sharing your knowledge without having any, I would say, looking on the monetization part, the way people share nowadays. So open source community is all about that. And as part of the AWS Community Builder application itself, you have to give some inputs that you have contributed this blog or this video, and based on that, they differentiate that for which specific cohort you have to be aligned to. So, for example, they have different sections where one there is containerization section, there is serverless section, there is a dev tool section,
Yeah.
there is operation section. So based on the content that you're presenting to them, they understand that, oh, this is your niche where you are going ahead, and this is the place where you would have opportunity to share more knowledge. So based on that, they align you on the content that you have shared to a specific group, but it's not limited to that. Once you're selected, you are aligned to a specific group, but yes, you have access to all the groups. So you can build your skill on your specific group. Along with that, if you gain momentum and you think that you have to learn something new, you can go in other groups also. In the Slack channel, you can understand what are the use cases. And after coming into AWS Community Builder program, as you said, many people said things are very difficult. I did the Jenkins course, I did the GitHub course, but this journey explained me that nothing, by learning you're not going to understand anything. There are n number of resources like AWS blogs. There is an implementation blog. Go ahead, try, implement it, then you will have a hands-on what exactly that thing is. So good AWS blogs that you can use. Apart from that, there are very good repos which are being published on GitHub as an open source contribution. If you go ahead and implement that, it changes your entire, the thing that you have learned. So these all things I understood when I went into this program, that how you have to properly skill yourself, then only you can share your knowledge. Because sharing before sharing your knowledge, you have to actually build your skill at a
Yes.
good level, then only you can share the knowledge. So this programs uh, teaches you that how you have to understand the content, how you have to understand the requirements, how you analyze that requirements. So it takes you to all the aspects, and it guides you also that to which specific community you should look for, to which specific AWS blocks you should look for, to which people you should reach for. So these are many things that came as part and parcel of this community builder program that actually helped me gain or elevate myself professionally and personally.
This is actually an awesome journey you just told. And people actually inspired from this and they're asking how and where to start AWS journey. Like very basic level, how they just very fresher, how they should start, how they should approach.
So, if somebody is actually starting the journey nowadays, if you go to AWS website, there are many programs that they have offered. In which there are somewhere there is educate program, there is students program. They are running n number of programs as part of for people who wants to actually get into this. It can be a fresher. If somebody has wants to change a domain, there is a restart program. So if somebody wants to start their journey, definitely they can go. Actually, if you google it, you will get that what all programs are available. And those programs now, the AWS skill builder, the new enhanced website that that we see, there are n number of courses which gives you the entire learning path. So based on that, you can pick. If my learning path is as a developer, it has shown that for developer what you have to learn, what kind of certification you have to do. So if you go with the learning path that they have suggested, they have free trainings, as well as when you check yourself by giving certifications in a proper manner by learning and giving the exam,
Yes.
not referring to terms, but understanding the use cases and going and giving the exam. Even if you fail in that exam, you get a lot of knowledge. So these things, the learning journey, you can take it from AWS itself. They have published. So not only AWS, other cloud providers are also nowadays doing that. They have also introduced these kinds of program. So the people who are trying to start the journey, I would say, first understand what is your niche. You want to be a developer, you want to be in solution architect, you want to be in operations. First, understand on which you would be more comfortable. Otherwise, what would happen if you are an operations person, you want to be in support thing or in the administrator thing. Instead of in getting inclination towards the sysops thing, you would go to developer, and over there you have to actually code something. You have to write Python scripting, CI/CD pipelines. So at that moment, you will waste the previous time. So first understand, take time, 15 days, 1 month, to understand that what is your niche, where you have to move ahead with your career, then go ahead with the learning journey.
Exactly. I mean, I 100% agree with you. And, people should follow their passion and their interest. If suppose a designer come, I mean, that happened, okay? It's one story. One designing person, UI and UX guy, came to me that cloud is paying high. I mean, everyone know that it's paying good higher amount in salary and compensation. So he somehow get to know is getting really great pay and asked to me and come to me and say that Sandeep, can you help me get a job in cloud and DevOps? I say, wait, do you want job in cloud or do you want job in DevOps? So I asked him, and he said, Sandeep, where do you get paid more? I say both professions getting get paid more. That depends on the complexity you can handle and the workload you can handle, of course, and positions, experience, and all. So I said, if you are a developer guy, very hardcore development thing, like I know you're a designer, but if you know coding and all, I would suggest to go for a DevOps because there you can apply your coding skills, your designing creative skills also. But if you're not a coding guy, you're not a programmer guy, I will highly suggest go for the solution designing using cloud. It be AWS, Azure. Now it's up to your interest. If you're a very beginner, I will definitely suggest start with AWS. That's very easy to get started with and have a lot of resources. So I given all the learning resource and all. Now he was not a coding guy. He become a solution architect and now getting kind of I think 3 into or 4 into whatever getting last time. So people will come to us, people will see our journey, and it's our not just job, it's our responsibility also to guide to a proper place. Because if I would have told this guy that no, go for the DevOps, like even if you don't have interest for the DevOps, that would have been very bad. So that's what I'm saying. This kind of programs are there. This kind of information are already a lot of places available. People should first check there, like learn it. You tried yourself, and if you think that okay, it is you are aligning with the particular goal for career, you should go for this. Now, one question is actually coming here that any courses that you suggest. I know you told about the AWS courses, but other than AWS courses, would you suggest any Udemy or other places? What do you say?
So honestly speaking, for certifications and all the thing, Udemy is always my favorite. I have, there is always like you get good learning courses in a very nominal rates. So if you want to learn something, for me, the first take is Udemy, definitely. And apart from Udemy, honestly speaking, I have never bought any course from any other vendor.
No,
So
that's
that is
that's a honest confession, I guess. And I think these days many companies actually give sponsor also in Udemy, and that's self-sufficient. And anyone asks me personally, I will say yes, go to Udemy as well. And there's Stephen Muir courses available, A Cloud Guru courses I think available. Lot of like even I forgot some guy's name. Sorry if I don't remember names, but there are a lot of courses. Go by the number of reviews and number of feedbacks. I think that's the right choice. And of course, you should try it and see that you're compatible with the author or not. Sometimes you're not compatible. You should try for the other author, but don't stop like that. That I'll suggest.
So, in this question, one more thing to add. When I started my cloud journey, as I said you that I was not having any person who was into cloud domain. I could speak to him. I could understand. So, I started my journey by opting a course in Great Learning. Okay, in Great Learning, I took a cloud computing diploma. That is for 6 months. There, gradually, I got knowledge about AWS. Then, what is peer-to-peer networking? So, these all things I started from there, from Great Learning, when because I was not having, and honestly speaking, 4 to 5 years before, the kind of visibility that you have on YouTube right now, it was not there, honestly speaking. Now, for example, for many tools there were no videos, but now for each and every service of AWS there are 10 people who are giving different point of views, a different kind of training. So whatever suits you, you can pick that, and you can follow that guy, subscribe to him, and you can go ahead with the learning.
So here another very important question: is the DevOps job will disappear in 7 to 10 years? What do you think?
So when you're working on a cutting edge technology, so right now AWS cloud or any cloud or DevOps, these are all cutting edge technologies. That means these things are going to change rapidly. So you are saying 7 to 8 years, but you don't know it can change after 4 to 5 years also. Maybe AI ML would be more heavy in from DevOps perspective. There can be no ops, which is nowadays being very viral onto social media. So once a person is already in a cloud journey or a DevOps journey, I don't think so. It would be difficult for him to gradually switch towards that thing, because honestly speaking, nobody's nowadays creating a AI ML without a cloud provider or something.
Yes.
If you are going to use AI ML also, again, it is going to require your cloud skill, because AI ML is over there. You can choose which all algorithms you want to use as part of your service, but you should know that which is the AWS service where you can integrate it, and based on that you can perform the operation. So your knowledge into cloud and DevOps is definitely going to be always helpful, even if after 7 8 years or before that, if the technology changes as per the market requirement.
Yes, yes. I mean, there are always what I believe also. DevOps is the kind of it's the worst thing, but in place, I mean, we are talking in the sense of DevOps engineer role. So DevOps engineer role is still there, like a programmer role is still there, like a designer role is still there. No matter what, they will not go away. Even if AI comes, still will be there. So this position will be still there. The fact is, the skills required to become DevOps engineer will change. Like it will be something else. Like now you're using Jenkins, maybe something better than better tool than Jenkins will come. So now you're using AWS, maybe you will have different requirement in Azure or maybe GCP. So it's always the requirement and skill will change, but the position will still exist, even if now or 7 years or even 17 years. Like, that's the kind of things gonna happen. Now, one question that I personally will have to you: how do you manage being a
Absolutely.
yeah.
So actually, when you start sharing your knowledge, so right now, along with being a AWS community builder, I am also part of user group
Yes.
where we have peer-to-peer networking. So once you start going into that, it creates you know one addiction. So addiction means, you can say in some words, it can be a passion of sharing your knowledge, it can be a passion of learning new things, because So once you have a passion or once you have an addiction, whatever works out in your case, so automatically you will take out time. Honestly speaking, when a person says that how you take out time, if you check your own calendar for the entire day, you would see that almost for 7 to 8 hours you're not going to do anything. You're just going to sit on couch, watch TV, useless stuff. A lot of things we do, honestly speaking, from my perspective. But if you remove 1 hour from them, and if you can use it, utilize it, upskill yourself, definitely the market is very competitive,
Yes.
and everybody knows it nowadays. To be in a specific job or to be in a specific profile, you have to upskill yourself. So I think that upskilling automatically converts your time management, based on which you can take out some time for the same.
No, that's actually pure reality. Now, I mean, we are all observing the layoffs also. I mean, like, so what do you think? The community going through this time. I mean, the layoffs time, you can say.
So honestly speaking, somewhere I also feel I am also afraid of layoffs, that
Yes.
when it might come to me. But now, after gradual learning onto something, I do understand that yes, if layoffs are that, the world is not going to end. Okay, if one company lays you off, and if you're having a knowledge, definitely another company will
Yes.
pick you up. So are actually, people think that layoffs means they will remove everybody, but what I have noticed that they also judge people based on their skill. As I said, like before, I was working on a specific technology. Now that technology is not in market. If I would have been in that company, and the company is already facing financial crisis, right? So I would have not upskilled myself, and I would have been there. Definitely, they would have laid me off, right? But
Yes.
if I would have the same knowledge and I would have in the same company, they would have not, because they have now moved to AWS cloud as part of their tie-up
Yes.
to get onto the cloud. So you
Yes.
have to keep upskilling yourself, and have some faith that definitely, if you have knowledge, you would get something. It can be a job, it can be a freelancer project, it can be anything. Just you have to search on the right places, and once you network with multiple people, uh, you never know, some peer might come up from your networking saying that we have opening over here, please come ahead, we need a guy like you.
No, that's a very good view to have. One thing I think people like ask me personally, any creator, that how you keep updating yourself, maintaining like you're saying, like maintaining social activities, and the same time you work in a company 9 to 6 job, and you manage your time. What motivates you, like what is the striving journey, like you're going on and on, that what do you say?
So, being a part of AWS Community Builder, honestly speaking, every next day I see something, somebody posting some new things.
Yes.
So if my peers are posting something new, definitely I think that I should go ahead and check out what exactly he has posted, because uh, there are some services still in market of AWS. It has been published for a long time, but nobody's making a video for that. And honestly speaking, till the time there is no video, for me, actually, I'm not a guy who reads and understand things. For me, I'm a guy who watches video and understand things. So maybe some people might have the same analogy like me. So in that scenario, from peer, if I whenever I see that something new has came and they have published, I definitely go. I check their GitHub if they have published some code over there which might be helpful. And if you just keep on checking what has been published or somebody's publishing on LinkedIn, instead of doing like, I actually go and check the repo what exactly it is. And you won't believe, when I am in a project and if I am implementing something, that idea clicks me suddenly, that oh, I have already seen this repo, this can be the kind of implementation that I can introduce over here. So along with being a DevOps guy, automatically you become a solution architect too. Why? Because while you're reading, you have a lot of solution present, because in AWS blocks, if you see, there are n number of solutions that they have published, right, in terms of solution architecture or in terms of implementation. So if you just pick one or two sometimes to read or to see, that's how the journey keeps going, and peer-to-peer learning actually works for me.
And another thing that I feel is very important to ask, like you host social AWS community Pune, and I will definitely meet you. Next I think we are meeting very soon. So why people should come more to this kind of community day, or say groups and all, and any event possible. What's your view?
So let me give you. That's a very good question. Thank you for asking that. Actually, I wanted to share with everyone because it has helped me in part of my AWS journey, AWS cloud journey. So today we were having AWS User Group Pune session where we explored two services. One was Amazon OpenSearch and another was well architecture framework. You won't believe there were people who were fresher, who were college students, who were experienced. All of them joined, but I got questions, I got feedback from people saying that we have attended this for the first time, and believe us, now we feel that we were always feeling that we don't know AWS. But now, when we are checking out new approaches, because I shared a solution that how Amazon OpenSearch can be implemented using Kinesis Firehose, Kinesis data streams, AWS Lambda. So these guys, the your mind opens up for new solutions which has already been implemented. So these solutions is already available on internet, but when it is presented to you physically, you can ask, you can have a feedback. So when I presented a solution saying that this is how you can implement it, I viewed the entire architectural diagram. People came up with me saying that this is such a difficult approach when we see to it, but when we discuss this one to one, face to face with people, it's so easy. It's nothing. They are just configuring event. That event is triggering some other service. In that service, you have to write just Python Boto 3 code, and yes, your logs are streaming to AWS, Amazon OpenSearch. So I would say that whichever city you are, I guess AWS user groups are there for different cities, for Pune, for Calcutta, for Hyderabad, for Bangalore, everywhere. If you want to if you don't believe me, just go in one session, sit, see. You will witness yourself that what knowledge you are getting. Along with that knowledge, you won't believe that the person who is sitting in front of you, that person can be a 15-year experienced person. And if you discuss with him about any problem that you're facing right now in your project, about some implementation, he might give you a solution. So that is what I understand from this community meetups that happens in person.
Now, the point you just told, now, it actually changed my life also the moment I attended the I just recall the time when I joined the Kolkata group, like AWS group, even for the first time. And that was actually my first any meetup. That was my first meetup itself. That's AWS the group Kolkata. And I met with so many people, so experienced people, and they suggested me, Sandeep, go this way. You learn these things, and that actually helped me get many hyper project, and of course help me, I asked few questions that I was troubling, and they answered me, and that is the point many miss. You don't know everything. You might face difficulties that are very hard to find answer, and use this kind of events as a way to get those knowledge from more experienced guys. Those people actually miss. The point you told is actually the truth that everyone should be aware of. Now, AWS, I think Community Day is already going on, and Pune is also going. So, if you have any message particular to AWS Community Day Pune, please let the audience know.
So I would say that as I explained, I guess 2 to 3 times. Sorry about that, about peer-to-peer learning. But honestly speaking, trust me, it's a very good approach if you are passionate about learning, or if you want to explore more into AWS cloud or any technologies for which you are joining a community. So again, so we actually conduct meetups, in person meetups, every month. But on 10th December, we are conducting AWS User Group Pune. So in that, it is going to be a full day conference from morning 9 to 6. So in this specific entire day, you will witness talks from people who are actually amazing people. You would have seen them on YouTube. You would have followed them on YouTube, and you won't believe that when you come over there, you might meet them in person. You can greet them. You can make connections with them, because when a person is a great influencer, do you think that he has time to understand everyone? When you ping him on LinkedIn, no. But when you meet to him face to face, you ask your query, definitely he will greet you, he will answer your questions. you network with that person, and if he's your influencer, definitely you will get more influence, and you will also understand that how his talk is making an impact to you. So I would suggest that people who wants to get into this peer-to-peer networking learning should attend this conference of AWS Community Day Pune, which is on 10th December. It is a full day conference. So if you need more details, you can go to www.acdpune.in. So this is the website where entire details of the agenda, the sponsors, people who are coming in, who are the volunteers, everything. So it's a very good event. If you want to start your journey into peer-to-peer networking, I would say you can start from here by coming to Community Day. So, and automatically, trust me, once you go over there and you witness the talks of great people, in next meetup of AWS user group Pune or any city, definitely you will be there. Trust me, because from after COVID, from the time Pune community events have started, I have not missed any. I am there in each and every of them, even though I know the concepts of what if they are going to discuss. It's always a surprise for me. I learn something new because a person in front of you is going to implement some other solution. You're not going to implement the same, but you can understand that approach, and in your next project you can implement it. So that's what I would say
Yeah.
from.
People actually inspire and asking for the link. So what I will do, I will definitely share the link in the description in YouTube as well as the LinkedIn because it's a multi-streaming. I will share the link and please go ahead and register for it. And you can search in Google for also for AWS Community Pune registration link. Like we do Google, everyone do Google. Just Google it and find the link. That's the easiest way. So that is there. One people actually has a very good question to you. What is the difference between AWS Community Builder and AWS Group? So
Okay, so the
that's
difference.
actually yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that so both are the platform where you share network to the open source AWS community about what you know, or you join that community or you learn something. So user group is more focused towards making an impact on the local level, I would say, because AWS user groups are usually for every city. There are different teams who are working onto it. They want to share the knowledge to everyone in person. But for AWS Community Group, Community Builder, it is not specifically focusing on some location or some specific people or some specific group. So it is a generic program where I guess from around the world there will be around 1,500 to 3,000 people who will be part of that program. So in that program, user group is people from your own city, but for community builder you would interact people from all across the group. So I guess right now in community builder program there is, I am not sure, 90 plus countries, right?
Yes.
uh,
Yeah, most of
Correct
the
me if I.
countries are there. I'm
Yeah.
also not sure, but they keep adding countries. So if it's
Yes.
not there, eventually it's gonna get added. So it's
Yes.
all good, I
So
guess.
almost people from entire globe you will see over there, and over there everybody is on the same platform. Nobody is going to talk to you like I am a solution architect, I am a director. You won't believe a director also would talk with you like a friend, saying that, hey Dheeraj, you have this query, you try this solution. If you want, let's have a call and let me help you. So the scope of both of them is sharing the network, but one is on the global scale and one is on the local scale, I would say.
I think we are reaching to the end, and I will ask what is the end message to everyone watching this who want to join AWS Community Builder? Like your ending words.
So honestly speaking, if you want to join AWS Community Builder, I would say many a times I have received message saying that the swags are very good. I would like to join the Community Builder program for swag. Honestly speaking, that the kind of knowledge that you're getting, swags is always an appreciation of the work that you're going to do. You when you enter the program you are getting swag, but trust me, when you perform well, when you share well, you might get n number of swags, you might get n number of good opportunities networking. So I would say if you want to go to AWS Community Builder, I actually recommend uh, go know people at a global scale, because in the program they actually provide you trainings or sessions or seminars on specific services or new services which are going to come as part of AWS offering. They take your feedback. So, for example, I reach out to Sandip as AWS, asking Sandip, if you are using AWS Lambda, what are the shortcomings? Do you want us to contribute? Do you want us to give some feedback? They take your feedback, they work on it. So they are working with you as partners, they collaborate with you so that they can make AWS more user friendly. So that is the program all about. So in this program, from your side, you learn new things, you learn new technologies, you connect with people with whom you can share that I have this use case, I want to work upon this. Has anybody work upon this? If he has, he will share you the Git repo. You would get knowledge about that. So it's a very beautiful program. Honestly speaking, I have finished 1 year and today I got renewed for the second year. And I think till the time the program is going to go on, I am going to renew myself because I am getting a lot out of it. And I actually love this program, and I would recommend everyone that people who wants to learn AWS passionately should definitely join AWS Community Builder program.
And that's great.
And
Last
if, you,
one line. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry. Go.
if you're motivated, I would see you there. When I ask this question.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Okay, so thanks everyone. I really guess that everyone loved the conversation that you have with Dheeraj. He shared very critical information, and thank you, Dheeraj, for staying this long. It's already around 1 hour. Thanks for staying this long and sharing all the knowledge, important knowledge that people should have about cloud, DevOps, joining this program and everything. See you soon. Anyway, I'm meeting you soon.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
thank you everyone. Bye everyone, and have a great weekend and enjoy the family. Bye. Good
Have
night.
a great weekend, guys. Goodbye.